Hey everybody, and welcome to How to Use AI at Work to be more efficient and more human. My name is Jam, and I'm the CEO of Jam AI. We help people learn how to use AI for both their businesses and just at home to be more efficient and get more done than ever before. My background is that I've been in sales and marketing and also an entrepreneur for the past 20 years. I owned a e-commerce web development company for about 6 years, and then the rest of my time I've been in agencies. So when AI came out, I was just all over it. I couldn't stop seeing new ways to do the work that we were doing. Everything from prospecting to marketing tasks. I was finding so many new tools and so many new automations to allow myself to get more done than ever before. I currently own 5 different businesses. 4 of them are fully automated, and I run Jam AI mostly full time, but I spend most of my time with my 2 kids and my family. So that is where my priorities are, and growing my career and having multiple businesses has been awesome. But I only work about 20 hours a week, and I'm here to teach you how to do all of the same things. So first of all, that headshot you saw of me right here, I look like a 10 there. In real life, I'm more of a 6. You got to know where you stand. But if you want to get yourself a headshot, we like to use Remini. So feel free to download that app. All you have to do is upload 10 images of yourself, and then it'll give you different AI headshots, or you can enhance your photos with AI. So it's really, really fun to do. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'm the AI avatar for Jam. She runs 5 companies, is the class parent for both her kids, and takes her workouts really seriously. She still has to find happy hour with her friends, so it's the least that I can do to be her avatar stand-in. I'll just jump in when things get really technical, or if things get boring for Jam, or my favorite is when her mother-in-law wants to talk about feelings. It's a tough job, but somebody has to do it. I also speak in any language, so Jam is having me become a Spanish tutor for kids. Anyways, enjoy the presentation. I'm sure I'll be jumping in here and there. Adios. Well, so that's Jam too. She's my avatar. I have her do Zoom calls for me. I can also program her to talk about any topic I want. She's really great. You'll see her pop in here and there. So when AI first came out, I already told you how excited I was about all the efficiencies, but what I really realized is that our starting point is no longer 0. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether it's as difficult as creating and starting a new business or as simple as writing a blog post, we're no longer starting at 0. We have so many tools and AI avatars and AI platforms that'll help do it for us. So now when you have to go write that blog post, you can start with a final draft. Or when you're going to start that business, you can start with a fully developed business plan just from putting in a little bit of information. So I don't want automation to replace everything you do. That's not what it's about. But it's using it as a tool to help you do things faster and more efficiently. And you can do more. And when you can do more, you can in turn do less. So let me just show you a little bit about these LLMs that I really like to use. And then we'll walk into a few different AI automations and tools that I'm going to teach you how to use today. So these are called LLMs. They're language learning models. And the most common one is ChatGPT. You can see that logo here on the left. ChatGPT is the most used LLM out there. It's owned by OpenAI, and it's very incredible. I'm going to dive into that a little deeper soon, so hang tight. The next one is Google's LLM called Gemini. Gemini used to be called Bard. So if you're looking for Bard, that's what this is. And Gemini has multiple different versions out there. It's playing catch up a little bit when it comes to the other AI LLMs out there. Gemini has Gemini Vision Pro. It also is part of Google Search. And so it's an AI that has multiple different ways to use it. You can go directly to Gemini, the platform, and use it from there. But it's also integrated into Google Suite. So your Google Docs, your spreadsheets, you can use Gemini within those systems. Gemini Vision Pro is really great. It's one of the most advanced LLMs in reading visuals. So if you have an infographic or a chart or even a picture that you'd like it to interpret for you, you can sure give that a chance. The next one is Perplexity. Perplexity is an AI search engine, and it's really amazing. It allows you to search based on focus and search with AI. So what that means is when you search something like things to do in Denver, it'll give you an AI response built off of ChatGPT 4 as well as Opus, which is a Anthropic product. So it'll respond to you with those AIs, but then it'll also focus. And what that means is you can have it give you search results based on different websites. So whether it's academic papers or Reddit or specific areas, you can search within there. The next one is Anthropic. Anthropic is growing crazily, like it's just expanding by the day. They have a product called Claude. Claude was their first product, and it's really more of a trained LLM on efficacy. And so it's trained to be more relatable to humans. There's multiple different Claudes out there. There's Haiku, Sonnet, and Opus, and they all do slightly different things and are more advanced versions of each other. So it's definitely what I like to use when I'm writing blogs or books or even emails now, because it just really brings in that human factor that ChatGPT doesn't bring to me. The last one is Pi, and it's actually an emotional AI. I have a little video of it here. So this is what Pi looks like. You just log in and it'll give you things that you can do, but it's very interesting because it's not like if you went into ChatGPT and said, help me come up with names for my dog, it would probably just give you popular dog names. Whereas this one, if you go in and say, give me names for my dog, it'll ask you questions about like what's important to you, or, what was parts of your childhood dog that you want to bring into it. So it gets really like into the why. So here's just an example of asking it how to create a podcast. So again, like if I did this in ChatGPT, it would probably give me just exactly how to do it. And this one offers ideas and encouragement. So it's a little bit different in that regard. I want to take a step back to this slide real quick. So multimodal LLMs. So at Jam AI, we offer the AI Club GPT. So in the AI Club GPT, you can actually access all of these different LLMs inside one platform, which is great because all of these have additional fees for them. So when you use a multimodal LLM, you're actually using our tokens. And so you don't need your own account for ChatGPT 4 or Gemini or Claude. You can just use ours. There's also ways to make multimodal LLMs custom for your business, but I am going to show you that in a little bit. So here's a little bit more about Pi. It'll give you ideas to get a new career based on your personality. It will help you learn how to talk to anyone. Say you're really shy and you are starting your new business and you need to understand how to do sales calls. This will really help you. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of the inside of Perplexity. So I'm asking it, what are some events happening in Aurora, Colorado this weekend? So similarly to Google, it'll give me some ideas. Google would probably give me more of like Eventbrite links or visit Aurora links, right? And this one gave me that AI automated answer, and now it's giving me sources related to it as well. You can search sources, you can search videos, and you can also generate the image. And then see the sources at the top. I could also filter and say, I only want to see things from Eventbrite, or I only want to see things from Reddit, or I only want to see things from Visit Aurora. And here's a little image that it generated for us. Oh. Perplexity is an AI-powered answer engine that aims to provide direct, synthesized responses to user queries, rather than just a list of search results like Google. It uses large language models to generate answers that draw from multiple online sources, and it cites its sources so users can verify the information. In contrast, Google search results have become increasingly diluted with low-quality content and SEO manipulation, forcing users to sift through many links to find reliable information. Google did also add its own AI-powered generative AI feature, but it's still relatively slow and limited compared to Perplexity. One more key difference is that Perplexity offers additional features beyond traditional search, such as the ability to switch between different AI models, like ChatGPT 4 and Claude's Opus. That way you can get different types of responses, as well as focus modes to limit searches to specific domains like academic papers or Reddit. All right, back to you, Jam. She's actually so helpful. I learn a lot from Jam too. I appreciate her. All right, so let's jump into ChatGPT. ChatGPT is amazing. It basically broke the internet back in 2022, came out in November specifically. And they had the most users on an app of all times. It was crazy. People were just stunned at how many people were signing up without even really knowing what it was. ChatGPT definitely was winning the race for a long time for the LLM that could do the most, right? It is an open source platform. And that means that developers around the world are able to access ChatGPT's code and help enhance it even further. So ChatGPT was the first one to be able to like access the internet. It came out with plugins at first. That's what these are that I'm showing you. Plugins were basically like ways to enhance features and functionality with other platforms. So Kayak had one, TikTok had one, CapCut had one. So basically it was a plugin that would take the prompt from ChatGPT, send it to that platform, and then that platform would send the information back into ChatGPT. But now they have these things called GPTs that have pretty much replaced the plugins. And you can create your own custom GPTs for your business or for your personal life. And so that allows you to no longer write really long descriptive prompts, which we'll get into in a minute, but a prompt is how you tell an AI to do something. But with GPTs, you can configure a prompt and train a GPT with your PDFs about your company, or maybe it's a book, maybe it's a sales book that you really like and you base your prospecting on. So you could create a GPT just for sales for your business. So I would upload cliff notes of that book or that book entirely if it's short enough. I would upload your business information, whether that's a website or we provide something at Jam AI called the setup document, which is basically a long quiz that you fill out, and it's everything about your business, your brand, your audience, and your goals. And so once you fill that out, you upload it and you're training your GPT to know everything about your business and your company. Anyways, so that's what ChatGPT and GPTs are. It's really amazing. It's something that I don't think I would have any of the businesses I have right now without it. So let me talk a little bit about prompt engineering. Now, many of you have probably heard that this is a new hot job out there. And if you haven't heard, prompt engineers are basically individuals who are learning how to work with LLMs in a very advanced manner. And people are making $300,000-$400,000 a year right out of college, or obviously with no more than a couple years experience because it hasn't been around that long. So I'm going to teach you a little bit about prompt engineering. What you really need to understand are these 4 things. So in your prompt, you have to give your LLM clarity. You have to tell it what it is and why it's there. You have to give it context. You have to tell it exactly what it's there to do. And you have to really specify what that is exactly. I can't say just, you're here to write a blog post. I have to say, you're here to write a 465-word blog post in the tone of blank. And then feedback. This is something that people don't do enough. But once you get the first draft, you can say, I want that, but I want it 10% more professional. I like that, but I want it to be 15% more in the tone of Chelsea Handler. Like, you can get really creative in the feedback. You can then say, I like that, but write it more in the tone of Albert Einstein, or make it shorter. Or you could ask questions and say, do you think that this is good for an audience of 7th graders? Rewrite it for that audience. So definitely that feedback is where you really have conversations with the LLM. And I think that's oftentimes overlooked. A lot of people will get their first response back and be like, meh, not that great. I don't like AI, and move on. But it's really more of a conversation. So here's just a quick bad prompt. Write an Instagram post about 5 reasons to visit the Benson Hotel. So what's the Benson Hotel? I'm not telling it where we live, what city. I'm not telling it to browse the web to find that information. I'm not really giving it much about why I need these Instagram posts and who I am and what they're for. Am I a 14-year-old kid that wants to be popular in high school to write these Instagram posts? Am I a traveling nurse that wants to share these posts with my colleagues? Am I the marketing director at the Benson Hotel and I want to create some extra content? Who knows? I didn't tell it. So let's see what it does. Right now, we're working in the AI Club GPT, and we're using ChatGPT 4. And this is the same thing. We're using the ChatGPT 4 API. This is not pre-trained on anything. I'm not using a pre-trained bot or prompt. So you can see it gave me some pretty generic hotel posts. It doesn't know anything about the property. There's no hashtags about the specifics around it. It's pretty much just doing its best. So here's a great prompt. I'm going to use all 4 of those things. I'm going to be clear, specific. I'm going to ask for feedback. And let's see what it says. So act as a marketing director with 20 years experience. So that's who I am. And you work for the Benson Hotel in Denver, Colorado. There's some context. Your goal is to create 5 Instagram posts about our new hotel, restaurant location, and accommodations. Browse the web to find relevant information. So this is a really great prompt because I was clear. I gave it context. It's very specific. And once it comes back, I will provide feedback. So we're back in. I'm not using a pre-prompted bot. I'm using that same thread put in my prompt. And you can see it searched the Benson Hotel, Denver, Colorado, and the result was Aurora, Colorado, because that's where it's supposed to be. So as you can see here, it's giving me really specific post ideas about how it's next to Anschutz Hospital. It's talking about the restaurant specifically, and it used hashtags around Denver, Aurora, Benson Hotel Denver, boutique hotels, everything that it needs to actually be a good response. So why not do a poem? You can actually make it talk.
Sure, here's a condensed 30-second poem about the new Benson Hotel in Aurora, Colorado. In Aurora's arms, where dreams align, Benson Hotel, a majestic design. Under starry skies, luxury calls, golden moments within its walls. Nights in Colorado, wild and serene. Memories crafted in this beautiful scene. Welcome, find comfort where adventures start. In Benson's embrace, a work of art.
So part of the multimodal design here in AI Club Society is we also have 11 Labs, which is a basically AI voice generation platform that I'll show you here in a few minutes. And I picked this voice of Gandalf because he sounds like a great poetry reader. So yeah, you can do anything. You can make a rap, a poem, can get so creative. Let's do one more. So here's a good prompt as a marketing director, again, Benson Hotel. And we're going to ask it to create 5 things to do in Aurora in the springtime. I'm going to use those 4 important ways to prompt. I'm being very specific. There's context, there's clarity, and again, feedback. This time I'm just showing you the final draft. I thought it was great. It not only gave me the events coming up this weekend, but it gave me some insight as to why they're a good fit for this audience specifically. So this could be a simple copy paste email. If you're just trying to get more content out for your business, this is a great way to do it. Again, we're trying to use AI so that we can be more human. People look at me funny when I say that, but we're trying to save more time so we could do things like dress up like reindeers and reinvent your favorite holiday video, or spend time with your cat, or go visit horses. This is what's important in life. And I always remind myself every day, why am I here? What am I doing? What are my goals? And the goals are to create and help people learn how they can create and do more living and do more work while they're out living. So I want to show you how to do 10 social media posts in about 2 minutes. So we're going to go with a restaurant. Say you own a restaurant and you want to do some social media. So here's your recipe. Upload your menu or copy and paste your menu into ChatGPT or your favorite LLM. And you're going to paste in an example of one of your good Instagram posts and then use this prompt. Act as a social media creator based on this menu and the example Instagram post. Make 5 more Instagram posts specifically to the dishes we create. So I went and copied the menu. I'm putting it in here. I'm copying my Instagram post, putting that in there. And one thing I don't think you saw in here, but I did say, give it to me in a, once you list it, give it to me in a table format. And I like to do that because, again, we're saving time. It allows me to quickly copy and paste these posts directly into my spreadsheet that I have to save and upload. So it gave me some really great post content. It gave me the hashtags, gave me the dish name, gave me the post idea. So all you do is you copy and paste those posts into an Excel spreadsheet. and we're going to save them as a CSV file. And then we're going to go to canva.com. I'm sure many of you have used this before. And you could simply just look for Instagram restaurant template or whatever, Instagram story template. And you can go through and find some inspiration. The really cool thing about Canva is that you can upload your brand. And so this one's going to be a little bit not exact because I'm going to use my Jam AI brand, which is not right. But if you see that brand thing, you can change colors and fonts and throw your logos in super easily. You can have your photos. So if I was the Common Good restaurant, I would have all of my dish images in here. So it'd be really easy to go ahead and put them in. So the next thing you do is you just go to apps and bulk create. And this is where we're going to upload our spreadsheet. And so all you do is you click these three dots and you hit something called connect data. And I like to see how it looks. So I'll connect it again. And once you decide that, yes, that looks good, you can go ahead and hit create. And right now I'm creating 6, but you could create 60. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. And then the cool thing is, you know, with all of the images and videos that you'd have uploaded for your brand, you can go ahead and just like toss that image in as the background so it looks different. This one, I'm obviously just searching for stock images that they have in here, and it's not going to look as good, but you kind of get the idea. You can also share these directly or plan to share these directly to your Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it is that you might want to use. You can share and post and publish from this platform. But there's also a handful of other AI tools that are really great. We've used Sprinkler before and Social Bakers, but I haven't used these other ones. These are ones that my team did some research on, and they know that you can basically generate your social media. So if you feel like that's something that you're struggling with and you know you need to check it off your list, definitely check this out. If you go to our website, jamout.ai, and go to resources, we have a whole resource on social media automation. So check that out. The next thing I want to talk about is video production. Video production has changed so much with AI. There's not only video generation tools out, but also I'm from video production and I'm from that world. And the way that professionals are using AI, from AI in their camera gear to AI in the edit suite, it's changing everything. Our ability to create real, custom, professional video has gotten a lot, I'm not going to say easier, but we have more choices now. We have, you know, editing tools that will suggest cuts for us. Or if we make a cut, it'll say, are you sure you don't want to do this one? It might be better. We have tools that will add music to video just based on what it looks like. And yeah, it's really amazing. This is actually, the video I'm about to show is actually written, created, designed, and the music is all AI. So it's 100% AI. Take a look.
Welcome to Saturn, where luxury meets the cosmos. Indulge in unparalleled extravagance amidst the wonders of the universe. Lose yourself in the beauty of our panoramic vistas. Explore our vibrant alien cities, boasting stunning architecture and captivating culture. From alien concerts to exquisite dining experiences, Saturn offers it all. Your celestial escape awaits. Discover the ultimate luxury destination, Saturn. Saturn, beyond the rings, beyond your imagination.
Pretty cool. That's really interesting. This is just something kind of cool in Adobe Firefly. They now have generative AI, and so you can do so much. Like, I'm just thinking about all the times that either my clients have paid to have videos created or my company created videos, and there were small things that required a reshoot. Or maybe there was somebody in the background that wasn't a part of the company anymore, and we had to reshoot to get him out. That all can just be done with generative AI in video now, and it's really incredible. I wanted to show you this example specifically because one of the companies I worked with once was United Airlines, and they spent $600,000 on training videos for their staff. And after we shot and delivered and everything was good, they didn't decide, but they had a uniform change, and it was super small. It was like a gold line that went down their vest. And we had to reshoot the whole thing with the new uniforms. And I'm just thinking about how this would have cost them about $1,500 in an edit, and they paid another $600,000 to reshoot. And that was just for the production part. I don't know what it costs for the talent, for, getting the airplane for the day. So that was probably $1 million mistake, and could have been fixed with AI really quickly. This is a video creation tool called Raleway ML. And this is I'm going to say it's been around, but I'm going to say it's up and coming because it's still not quite dialed in from the text to video specifically. Like right now, I just wrote a car that fixes itself, and it'll create video in 4-second increments. But as you can see, I wrote a kitchen that cleans itself, and doesn't always do what you ask. So you still have to be really, really specific in your prompting, and it's not always 100% there. But as somebody who has a background in motion graphics and animation, just the movement that we're seeing here is actually incredible, and not quite as good as what humans can do. Until now, this is Sora. This is OpenAI's new video generation. It's actually not open to the public yet. We were hoping to get it by now, and the problem is that it's too good, and they're worried about the server overload it's going to cause, and also there's a whole thing around image and video generation and who owns the rights to it once it's done. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Let me just show you some of these. So this is just a prompt. It was a paragraph prompt, and it created a Pixar-like character touching fire. This is a prompt for a drone shoot off the coast of California. If you think about this, like a drone shoot like this is $6,000 just for the drone pilot, the license, the cameras. And now you can do it with just writing a few paragraphs. So the video world is changing. It's really interesting, and stay tuned. Speaking of, the Jam 2 that you saw was created in something called Hey Gen. And it's cool because now you can speak in any language. So I have a ton of friends who speak Spanish. My former nanny, she's still a really great friend. I love her so much. And I was always trying to learn Spanish with her. I took it in high school, and I can get through. I can say certain things I can get through in Spanish, but it's really fun to see myself speak like this. So I took the Meet Jam video that you guys just saw, and I put it into Hey Gen, and look.
Hola, soy Ham Joss, el avatar de guía de Ham. Maneja 5 empresas, representa a sus hijos y toma en serio sus entrenamientos. Ella busca la hora feliz con amigos. Seré su avatar sustituto. Intervendré si las cosas se ponen muy técnicas o si se vuelven aburridas para Ham o cuando su suegra quiere hablar de sentimientos.
So you get the idea, but how cool is that? And check this out.
Welcome, dear mortals, to the twisted depths of my realm. Welcome, dear. Professional voice cloning comes integrated with all our models.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this professional voice cloning allows for more control.
All right, so a few things about 11 Labs. 11 Labs is integrated with the thing I just showed you, Hey Gen, and it's also integrated into our multimodal platform as well as ChatGPT. So you might be wondering why you would ever need this, but when you do AI videos and you do type to speak, so you're typing something out and they speak it, it still sounds a little bit AI, like you can tell. However, when you upload your own voice into a platform like Hey Gen or Be Human or any of those other platforms, it sounds so much better. But you don't always want to use your own voice. So you can upload, it's called speak to speak, and you could upload your own voice, and then you could make yourself sound like Gandalf or Glinda or whoever you choose. It's also really great if you're going to do podcasts or now in ChatGPT, instead of reading what it says, you can play it back and you can choose the voice that reads to you. So those are some of my favorite ways to use AI at work. And I just want to show you, I'm calling these personal AI, but it's still ways to use it at work. So custom GPTs, we talked about these a little bit before, but there's so many ways that you could make these and have them be your virtual assistants for your business or your personal life. So I just want to show you, we'll make one as a Denver, Colorado tour guide. And once you create these, you can actually share them with other people. So if you are working at Visit Denver or say you have a huge family reunion and they're all coming to Denver this summer, you know, you can create this GPT to help your family guide themselves through Denver. So it has conversation starters, things to do in Denver, concerts, upcoming events. So we'll go ahead and create this and see what it does here. So here's the front end. We can hit upcoming events. And it's giving me a list of things that are coming up. So that's just one example. Like, think about all the other ways that you can do this. And again, all GPTs can be trained on any sort of information that you have, whether it's a website, text, PDF. There's so many of our clients at Jam AI that have uploaded their favorite marketing books, their favorite sales books, their favorite self-help books, and have created GPTs for them to work through whatever it is that they're doing that day. AI for email. I don't know about you, but I get like 500 emails a day because I have so many different email accounts. And I love using AI for email. It doesn't, do it all for me. It doesn't respond to it, but it helps me understand the really long ones that I don't have time to read. And it will write a draft response for those. And my drafts are based on my style of writing. They're based on the tone that I like to use, and they're based on examples. So it's been studying how I communicate. And so it sounds very much like me when I reply. Here's a few different AI email assistants. Claude's AI email actually brings ChatGPT right into your email. I've just started playing with that one and I like it a lot. SEM Rush AI writing is awesome. Missive, Warmer AI, Grammarly, they all kind of do the same thing. So here's an example of Grammarly. It will help you with any sort of typos that you have. This is doing an email in a Word document, just privacy reasons. But yeah, it'll help you write the email. You can, I was telling the story of, I'm the class parent for both of my kids, but I'm a very to the point kind of person. Like I don't have a lot of fluff in my emails. And so I actually will use this and I'll have it make it more cheerful or more fluffy. And then, not that I'm rude, but it makes me sound a little bit more relatable to all the other parents. So as you can see, I just did like make it more professional, shorten it, rewrite it with AI. Don't spend a lot of time on your emails. This is supposed to make it faster. But once you kind of get the gist of how you like to use this, it's a great tool. I know a lot of you are on Zoom calls all the time, just like me. And now I can put Jam2 on my Zoom calls. But when I don't do that, I like to be there and give my all. Jam2 just goes if it's like, you know, a webinar and I'm supposed to be there in the audience. But these are great. They basically will summarize your entire meeting. It will give you takeaways. It'll tell you next steps. It'll tell you what you talked about. It also gives you a full transcription of that email. Of that Zoom meeting. What I like to do is actually take that full transcription, copy it, paste it, and put it into a GPT. And then if it's a client of mine or if it's a project, I can just ask questions and say like, hey, when was this project due? Or what was I supposed to bring to the next meeting? And then I don't even have to read through the whole thing. It'll just bring that answer to me. I can also train my GPT on whatever it is I'm doing. Say you're a website designer and you do a kickoff call. Well, you record the kickoff call and afterwards you're going to upload that transcript into a GPT. And then I also want you to upload your process into that GPT and say, okay, create the next steps, create my outline and content per page. And it'll actually do that work for you. So the more you can think ahead about how you outline your processes, or if you have a lot of SOPs for your organization, use those and put them into a GPT, and it's actual automation. It's not just content creation, if that makes sense. All right, video cut downs. A lot of people have really long webinars like this one, or maybe you were a speaker at an event and you have a long video and you want to create some cut downs. There's a tool here called Opus Clip, and basically you can put in a Zoom link from a webinar. You could add a YouTube link, or you could upload a video. And it will actually take that longer video and make shorter videos for you. The really cool part is that it'll summarize those videos as well and create social posts for you. So this is one that I actually used. It rebrands it for me, and everyone loves John Oliver. Who doesn't? And he did a great episode on AI. And so I put all of these on my YouTube shorts because YouTube shorts are all just for SEO. And it's one of my most viewed videos at this point. So this is a really great way to create TikToks or YouTube shorts, especially for those of you who are trying to grow maybe a faceless business. This is key. All right, custom AI platforms for your team. So these are awesome. As you saw before, we have the AI Club GPT. So that is a custom built platform with ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, and 11 labs all included. And that's for our AI Club Society. So that is my custom AI. I also help companies create their own custom AI. So if the Benson Hotel would like to have an AI just for their internal team, maybe it's for sales and marketing, maybe it's for HR, we can create and train their AI just for them. So it's private, it has its own URL, and we would train it on its data. So whether, like I said, SOPs or Google Drives of just different rules and regulations, onboarding documents, sales processes, marketing processes, password management, literally anything. This is really the direction that AI is going for 2024. I think by the end of this year, everyone's going to have their own custom branded AI. It also saves companies a lot of money because, you know, if you're paying for your team to have access to ChatGPT and Gemini and Perplexity and Claude, you know, each of these are around $20 a month, whereas this is just a one-time fee. And it's just a cool way to teach your team how to use AI responsibly and keep you all on the same page. So these we're calling AI libraries or custom AI for your team. And you can learn a lot more about that on jamout.ai. If you want to quote, definitely reach out. They take about 2 to 3 weeks to build, depending on how many AI characters, prompts, and coaches you have. But these are really cool, and I think it's something that every company needs. All right, images. So as you know, DALL-E became a part of ChatGPT just about 6 months ago. So you can create images right in ChatGPT. However, they haven't been super, how do you say, they're not always great when it comes to including all races and genders, and it can just be a little bit off. So I really prefer Midjourney. To access Midjourney, you need a Discord account. So you just go to discord.com, and then you have to go to the Midjourney server. I know it sounds scary, but it's really not. You can use your LLM to create your Midjourney prompt. So as you can see, I'm just putting in a prompt right here. And what's happening inside Midjourney is that there's basically 2 things inside, and they're transformers that are creating these images. One's going out and searching the web for exactly what you asked for. And the other transformer is bouncing back and forth like a new image created on what you asked for. So they go back and forth over 1 million times to create this image for you. So these images, yes, they are 100% original. Nobody's ever seen these images before. Even if I use the same prompt twice, it's going to be a new image. However, they're based off of images that are out there in the world. And so there is a lot of talk around copyright and who owns the image at the end of the day. And it is actually a state-by-state regulation at this point. A lot of publications and tools are now asking if your art is created with AI, and if so, you just click yes. And it's not that you can't use it, it just has different ways of showing that art. The reason is that when it's going out to the world and pulling out images, you could put in a specific artist and it'll create that image in that style. So for instance, at Jam AI, my entire website and brand is built off of images that I create in Midjourney. Now, they all have a lot of common themes. It's a lot of young entrepreneurs, people in an office, and white fluffy cats. That's kind of what we're all about. But all of this art was created with a lot of what we're calling human effort. So how much prompting went into creating these. And actually, these white cats are created from me uploading pictures of my own white cat into Midjourney, and then having it, we'll go back and forth on what I want it to look like specifically. But definitely try it out. It's very cool. Here's some of the images from the prompt you just saw. This is a business owner in Denver. Apparently they think that in Denver, we all work in magic shops, which I'm fine with. I like that. Here's a retired man relaxing in the park. A young entrepreneur working hard at night. And then one of my friends is a really amazing interior designer up in Vail, and her and I have been having some fun just creating some style boards for her clients. So these were based off of that. As you can see, there is so much to learn and there's not really a good place to start. So many people say, where do I start? What do I do? And it's really, it's broken down into some different areas. And so we have the AI Club Society at jamout.ai. The AI Club Society has over 70 different modules where you can learn how to use AI. We broke them down into these 6 different areas. However, we're always adding new courses and modules and content. So this is where I say you should start. The training does come with access to our platform, which is AI Club GPT. And so you do get all of that. It's a great program. We have hundreds and hundreds of people in there. And as a gift for you today, I would like to give it to you for 20% off. Try it out. We do have a one-time initiation fee to join our club, but actually that just pays for you to use our AI Club GPT because your tokens aren't free. So I hope that you can become a part of our AI Club Society, and we would love to see you in the club. Please reach out to schedule a call with me or email, and we can talk about your next AI project. All right, until next time, go jam out.